Well, morning. It's been a rough few days. This COVID bug has really attacked my stomach. Apparently, it attacks the lungs and it can attack the intestinals and digestive tract. Been very nauseous last few days, but I'm feeling better today, so I'm heading back out. Let's get working on this A100. So what I've done is I've removed everything I needed to get this corner piece out, like I did on the other side. And then I've cut out this piece that went across the back like this. Simple couple spot welds in the end, and it popped right out because the drip rail's pretty much gone. So what I've been using is this as a template. And I picked up some metal a couple days ago, actually Friday, several days ago. And what I'm doing here is simply making my own brake with a couple pieces of angle iron. And it turns out that piece is very, very close to the width of the angle iron for one measurement and the 1-inch square tube for another measurement. So it's worked out really well. So I'm just pinching the sheet metal between the angle iron and then just using my hammer and body working it flat to get the angles. So let me give it a show here. So let me put this on the tripod and I'll do the last bend for this piece that I'm making. There we go. Made it a little extra wide so it was easier to hammer flat. But once I get it in, get the measurements made, I can line that up with a piece of tape, cut it. This is where the window goes, so it's not going to be critical to get it perfectly straight, so if it waves, it's fine. Same on the top. This is where the drip rail goes. I made it a little bit wider up there as well, same reason. So let's get her mounted. All right, before I weld in that new piece I made, these corners were pretty bad. So I ended up cutting out the rust and patching it. You can tell you don't need to be a precision cutter to do this. I just use scrap pieces, get them close. I like tacking them in with lots of places to hold on. And then I just go back through and cut it where I want it. Wire flap it down and it'll look just like brand new. Quick cut off with a cutoff wheel. I'd never really used these flapper discs, and I've gotten to really like these things. They take it down smooth and take it down pretty quick. So I'm just going to hit this weld with this, and this guy's restored. And I can start fitting my new piece that I cut. If I weld that in good and tight, it'll eliminate this groove. There'll still be one down on the bottom here, but like I say, I'm still pondering whether I'm going to weld them all up anyway. By the time I'm going to have to patch here and cut that out. Same over here, I'll have to cut this corner out. By the time I get these patches in, I think it'd probably be it'd look just as good to weld that up nice and tight. And just fill it in and smooth it out. All right. So this is just a piece that I'd already bent with my fancy brake. See, I'm just a 90-degree angle to make the drip rail, which is what this is. Got the holes drilled here to spot weld. Kind of smooth this all out. Looks really good. Get this spot welded in, and I'll tape along here and cut that flush and sand it down. Measure through here, cut that off, sand that down, and this is done. The only thing I've got left to do is cut a little patch for this corner right here. This is gone, but that's not a big deal. And then I can start fabricating the interior pieces here that were completely gone. I mean, if you remember me taking this apart, there was nothing but a pile of rust inside these things. So these pieces are totally gone. So I'm essentially just going to make a piece that comes out, up, over, and up. And then that's where the inner panels will lay. So that's my next project. Let me get these spot welded in. I think if I can get this patch done today and this spot welded in and these guys all leveled out to the right height, I think it's a good day, and I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. This has been way more work than I was wanting it to, but I think it's going to come out way better than I was expecting. So I'm going to be happy with this truck when I get done, I believe. All right, I'm done for the day. I got what I wanted completed. The upper body is restored. I got a new drip rail in the back here. I have this repaired, all in. Everything is over there is done. So tomorrow, I need to bend a few more pieces of metal, and then I'm kind of done. And I'm ready to put the roof back on. So what I'm going to do is cut a piece flat, bend it up, bend it in, and bend it up. And then just spot weld it down on top of what I've done right here. So it'll come in, up, over, up. And what that's going to do, you'll have to make a new one of these, but that's not a big deal. This is like this, so you can see. Bend over, sorry, over, up, and that'll be how these inner panels get spot welded along the top edge here. So that's where I am. I just need to bend a bunch of these pieces, a couple more bends to make a new one of these inner panels, and that's where I'm going to have to stop, clean things up, shoot some epoxy, because I won't be able to get once I put this on here, and I put the inner panels, I won't be able to epoxy it. So I'll probably end up shooting this with epoxy, laying this in with epoxy, and then once I have these bent, I won't weld them in. I'll just tape them, flip them over on their back, and shoot the backside with epoxy so that this should never rust again. So that's where we are. Again, hope you're learning something. This is probably the most intense that I've actually had to handcraft a few panels. But I think it's coming out very nice. And see you next time.